Welcome back to the channel, guys, and we have episode 2 of the hardest challenge in FM, the Youth Academy Challenge. Let's do it. So before we get into how the season has gone so far, I'm going to show you some highlights and all that other good stuff, but I've also made a youth-only progress sheet. Now, on this top here, we've got the season, obviously season 1, and the year it is, the division we're in at that current moment, the position in that season that we finish, where we finish in the Coppa Italia Serie C. Obviously, that'll change to the Coppa Italia as we go up to Serie B and Serie A. Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference. Obviously, that's going to be nothing for a good amount of seasons to start with. And then our top scorers in each season to see how far we come and which players we can remember. Top assists, highest average rating, reputation of the club, so we can progress that. The facilities as well, we can see the progress of those. And the average attendance and the season ticket holders. It'd been quite nice to see how the fans build and the season ticket holders build. Right, let's get in to the season. So first game of the season, we played away against San Benedetto, a newly promoted club like us. So I thought maybe we can start with a win. So Ronchi gets the ball here down the right hand side to Bellini, who's been playing as a winger support. He whips it in early, and Giordani there, our main man, to make it 1-0 in the first game of the season. But San Benedetto hit back with a mistake from Henrique, our striker, and what a strike that is from Longo. And that finished 1-1. Second game, we played against Recanatese, and they were also newly promoted, but this time we were at home, so I was a bit more confident. Bellini there crosses it over, a bit too long. Mutton picks it up, brings it back to Capone. Capone puts it across the box, and Bellini strikes at the back post for 1-0. Second goal, though, comes from a corner, and Capone whips it in. It gets headed back out, and Giordani again whips it back in, and it's into the top corner. And that guy, what a player he is. And we have our first win of the season in only the second game. We're up and running. Into the third game now. We played Spezia, who are very, very good in this division. They are one of the top 3 teams in the division alongside Ascoli and Juventus B team. But Toffolo there comes across, takes on about 3 players and drives it across to Strelec, who makes it 1-0. We then had a goal in near the end of the game with Kamara, our substitute right back, rifling one in the 86th minute, but we couldn't hold on. A bad header out there by Bartolini rather than leaving it whipped in, and again Strelec, one of the best players in the division, makes it 2-1, and it's our first loss of the season. As you can see, after 3 games, we've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1. The loss, though, wasn't surprising with how good Spezia's team is, but as long as we can try and stay away from that relegation zone, then the season will be a definite success. The fourth game against Spal, another one of the best teams in this division, was a 2-1 loss, and we got absolutely battered. We were lucky it wasn't more. Game 5, we drew against Lucchese, and then Game 6, we lost to Ascoli to put us closer to the relegation zone, but not quite in it. That was then 4 games without a win, but all 4 teams were very good for this division. I then decided to change formation from our 4-2-3-1 with 2 DMs to a 4-1-4-1 because a lot of teams seemed to have too much quality and there was too much space in the centre midfield, so this way we're a lot more tighter in defence. We then beat Lucchese in the cup, but in our first league game with a new formation, we drew 2-2 with Arezzo away from home, but we were a lot more dangerous, created more, and we should have won that game. Then in the 8th game, we played Perugia, who are also a very good club, and they crossed it in with Liotti, and Ricci scored to make it 1-0 to them inside the first minute. Then we hit back with a corner, Capone whipping it in, and Brenner gets his head on it, and it's 1-1. 88th minute, and they come down the left-hand side, cross it in, headed back, and Santoro there smashes it in, and we've lost the game 2-1. Or have we? 95 minutes on the clock, Bassini to Fancelli, and Fancelli smashes it right back. What a hero. 2-2. In the 9th game, we played Imolese away from home, and they got the ball rolling with a goal from Sessi there. What a strike with his left foot. 1-0 down. And then Rico for them comes for the ball. Kamara keeps it moving. He passes inside to Giordani, to Brenner. And again, the big man can score headers and long-range bangers. And then Ronchi gets the ball there, and he gets cleared out. Comes back to Bassini, and Baldi at the back. What a strike from our substitute left back. What a guy. And it's a 2-1 win. And look at the result. They were the decent team. 84th minute there from Brenner and 86th minute from Baldi. Bassini. What a team. We then drew 0-0 with Rimini for the 10th match of the season. We got a red card and we survived. We had a lot of possession, but we kept it away from them and didn't allow them to score. So the league table after 10 games looks like this. We are in 13th spot, 2 wins out of 10, which isn't great, but we've only lost 3 as well with a -1 goal difference. 3 points away from the relegation zone, but only 2 points away from the massive amount of playoff spots. It's not going too bad at the moment, but I think we can do better. Another 0-0 draw against Carraresi this time, which wasn't the greatest result as they were below us, but I am noticing that teams are creating a lot less against us, so I think the formation change is definitely been worth it. We then went into the next game against Pineto, and they scored first, and they was in the relegation zone as well. But what a strike from Mutton to equalise. And then Giordani, what a player, crosses the ball in. It gets whipped back in by Sabatini, but the big guy Mutton gets his second of the game. And then, main man again, Giordani, one touch, bang, 3-1. We were 1-0 down in this one for a long time, even though we were dominating. And Luis Enrique only had 1 goal in 12 games. So I put my left midfielder, Mutton, up front, who can play there. And instantly he scored 2. And then we also got a third one as well. Fantastic win. We then beat Mestre in the cup in the second round, but we absolutely dominated this one. Giordani missed a penalty, but he then came good in extra time with a goal in the 105th minute to take us to the third round. Back to the league though, we played Virtus Entella and we lost 4-1, and this one was a sore one. They had all the ball, but we had another penalty missed, Giordani, unfortunately. But Mutton got an assist for our left back, Bassini, but they scored every single shot on target almost, and we just couldn't deal with their quality. We then played another team at home below us, and we made full advantage with Ronchi there scoring a header from Bartolini's corner. Mutton gets tackled, Enrique lays it off to Palmer. What a pass to the main man, Giordani, and he makes it 2-0. They did get a guy sent off, but as you can see, we were well worth the win. Up next was Ancona away, and a fantastic pass from Brenner there into the midfield, into Henrique, out to Bellini. Bellini comes inside, passes to Giordani. The main man gets the ball to Fancelli. Fantastic reverse pass, and then Henrique scores. Great goal, and the game ends 1-0. And as you can see again, with a pattern emerging, we are not conceding as many chances, and the XG is really low, and another clean sheet on the road. We then went into the third round of the Coppa Italia Serie C against Provicelli, who are a very good team, and we played brilliantly. We had 16 shots with 7 on target. We should have scored. We didn't. They scored with their only shot on target, and good players do that. We then hosted top of the league Gubbio, and Fisore comes down the left-hand side, whips it in, Mutton's got it across, and Giordani's in the right place at the right time again, but they hit back with Morelli down the right-hand side, crossing it in. Bad clearance, and then Di Massimo with a fantastic goal in the 4th minute. But we then, at the end of the match, ended up getting a winner against top of the league, Peccia passing it across, and super sub Sabatini making it 2-1. What a fantastic win. In game 17, we played Vis Pesaro, which are a mid-table team, but they got the game up and running with Canavo, who's a fantastic player, crossed it in. Goalkeeper misses it, and Silla heads home. Now, they also got a second goal as well, unfortunately, with Fisori heading it out. Cusumano, what a strike. Nothing we could do about that one, but we dragged one back with Palmer there out to Mutton. Bad mistake by the defender. Luis Enrique back in a bit of form. Left-footed as well. Fantastic finish. But then another late equaliser here. Corner comes in, messed around, and Ronchi there gets onto the loose ball. Fantastic. For a 2-2 draw into match day 18, and we played against Fermana, another team expected to finish near the bottom. We were at home this time with Brenner getting the ball from a clearance. Fisore there down the left-hand side. He comes back inside to Palmer. Palmer to Giordani. The main man yet again turns inside the box. What a finish. We get down to the second with Fisore into Henrique. Fancelli there again with another very good strike from right back. Another comfortable win against the team below us, which is fantastic, and the formation change has had a massive effect. 2-0 there, very well deserved. And then we received the thing we've all been waiting for, the youth intake preview. We got 2 A ratings, central midfield and striker, 2 forwards who are considered to be fine prospects. That could be very, very key in shooting us out of this division. Everything else looks a little bit meh, and then obviously down below we have defensive midfielders and attacking midfielders. But that's fine, because we play with central midfielders. We do have a defensive midfielder, but we've got a few of those, that's fine. Wingers, I would have liked a few of them. I would have liked a full-back as well, because we are quite light, especially at left-back. But it's a 5-star intake apparently. We'll see how that goes. But into game 19. Into the last game before the halfway mark, and we played Juventus under 23s. Now, we could not get to grips with Samuel Illing Jr. on this left-hand side with a fantastic cross to Van Duyven for 1-0 to Juventus. But then it wasn't stopped there. They did score a second with this guy again crossing it in. Comes back out to him. A second goal, fantastic cross, and Moharemovic scores for 2-0. The game finished at 2-0, although we weren't massively dominated. Their quality just shone through, and we're just not as good as them right now. And after all those games, that is 19 done, and we are halfway through the season. And as you can see, we are sat in a playoff place. I'm not sure that's going to last, but we are 9, 7 wins, 7 draws, and 5 losses. 2 goal difference. I definitely didn't expect to start this well. The formation change was fantastic. We don't have any standout players. We've got a left back on 7 yellow cards. He has missed a few. I probably need to make him stay on his feet. He's a bit of a nutter. I hope you guys liked how I did the video. If you didn't, please, any sort of pointers, any recommendations, anything you want to see, anything you want to see more of or less of, just let me know down in the comments below. That'd be fantastic. Also, guys, help me out. Hit the subscribe button on the channel. That would be absolutely amazing. I very much appreciate it. But until next time, guys, for part 3, I will catch you then. Goodbye.